And this is probably the more, financially educated reason, I would say, right? But here's another reason why I'm team term. One reason why I'm team term is because it's pure. It's not diluted. It's not filtered with stuff I don't understand. My premium ain't cut down 15 million times. It's insurance infringement. The second reason why I'm team term is because it's the most affordable type of life insurance money can buy. I can go to the insurance table, right? Get the biggest check that covers the biggest person for the lowest price, right? It's like the Sam's idea. It's like Sam's. It's like Costco. You get what I'm saying? All these, these big time warehouses, right? The bigger you buy in bulk, the cheaper it is anyway. Third reason, because of a principle I was taught, right? A truth. Team, I'm gonna teach y'all a truth. And if you're not team term, that's fine. But I'm gonna tell you this truth about how life works financially for people, right? When I first got into the life insurance industry, I learned this truth, right? But they called the truth a theory, right? But as time went on, right? And the more experience I got, the more I studied, the more I read, the more experience, more I studied, more I read, the more I observed, I realized that the theory that I got taught in the beginning of my life insurance business career wasn't a theory at all. It's actually a truth. See, it was a theory when I started. But as I got more wisdom and I got more experience, it's not a theory at all. It's a truth, right? So I'm going to teach y'all that truth. This is the third reason why I'm team term when it comes to life insurance, right? And the idea or the reality that I'm going to show you is called the truth of decreasing responsibility. See, when I got into the life insurance business, they called it the theory of decreasing responsibility. But as time went on, and the more wise I got, the more experience I got, I realized it's not a theory at all. A theory is just somebody's idea that they think may or may not happen. Now, when I already look at the stuff, I say, damn, it's not a theory, it's a truth, right? It's the truth of decreasing responsibility. You should write that down. Third reason why I'm team term is because of the truth of decreasing responsibility. Decreasing responsibility. It's the truth of decreasing responsibility. Say, Twine, what is the truth of decreasing responsibility? Watch this. It's a simple, but it's a powerful concept, right? And all it does, team, it teaches you, right? Or it shows a person how life works financially for most people, right? And I'm gonna share the truth with you, and you tell me if life don't work like that, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I want you to tell me in the comments. Say, Twine, life don't work like that. Life don't work like that. And watch this. And if life don't work like what I'm about to tell you, if this ain't the truth about how life works, regarding your financial responsibilities all the time, don't say, you know what? Damn, they taught me wrong. Right? That's fact, right? They can say them taught me wrong. So here we go, right? The first part of the truth of decreasing responsibility. And what it says that in most people, in people's earlier years, right? Man, early 20s, right? Early 20s, early 30s, just starting a family, whatever. The truth says that in most people's earlier life, right, it's hard to save money, right? Most people don't have a lot of money saved, right? Or they might find it hard to save money, right? Because when they're in the early 20s, just starting a family, early 30s, whatever, right? They got a lot of things pulling on their income, right? A lot of expenses, a lot of debt, student loans, rent, or they just might have got a house, just might have had a brand new child, just got married, just moved out on their own, whatever the case may be. And for most people, when they start their jobs, a lot of people are entry-level workers, right? So even though they're working their jobs, they're only working one job, and it's not a high-paying job for most people, right? So now they got all of these financial responsibilities in the beginning that's pulling on their one income. So because most people in their early years have so many financial responsibilities pulling on one income, a lot of people find it hard to save money, right? Is that not how life works for most people? When I say, damn, you ain't lying, that is true. See, they got people that's in their 40s and 50s still crying about how hard it is to save money. And I always say, saving money is not a saving money issue. You should write that down. Saving money, team, is not a saving money. Saving money is not a saving money issue. Nah, saving money is an income issue. Oh, it's an income issue for most people. Yeah, there's a lot of people that would love to save money, right? Will say they discipline and everything. Yeah, but you ain't got the income outside of these damn responsibilities. See, the first thing that the truth of this decreased responsibility told me is that for damn near everybody in the earliest stage of life, guess what? Based on all of the responsibilities put on that one damn low income your ass got, right? It's hard to save money. Or AKA most people don't have a lot of money saved. I'm going to go a little step further with you, right? Another reason why a lot of people don't have a lot of money saved in the early years is because they didn't have money passed down to them. That's another reason why. That's another truth, right? In earlier years of life, most of us, and I'm talking from an African American standpoint, most of us don't start off in our when we get out the house or finish college, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, we don't have inheritance money to start off. Nah, a lot of us, and we're going to be honest on here, right? You in the locker room, so you know how we got to go there. Now, when we start off life, guess what? Most of us start in fast food and retail. That's where we start off. Right? Our first signs of work, if we honest, it ain't in our parents' businesses like that. Nah, we starting all jobs in fast food and retail. That's where we get our first sense of work ethic at. Fast food and retail. Some people get their first job 15, 16, 17 years old. Where you got your job at? Fast food and retail. Right? And then, some of us make life decisions, and then people have kids, and then now you're supposed to grow up faster than what you had to, and all that kind of shit. So our first signs of life, another reason why we don't have money saved when we in our early years, because money wasn't passed down. We didn't start off life with 50,000. We didn't start off life with 100,000. Man, go live your life. We didn't start off life with our own property, right? When we ain't have to pay no rent. We didn't start off life with a car that ain't have no note. Does that make sense? Now we got to build all that shit up. So a large part about the truth of decreased responsibilities that are early years. Damn, why you don't have a lot of money saved in your early years when it wasn't passed down? Or why you find it so hard to save money, right? You're working two jobs. Yeah, but when I look at all the financial responsibilities pulling on that income, man, I can't save no money, man. Listen, I can't, man, listen, they got the statement that say, my money accounted for. Right? Yeah, I know I get paid on Friday, but that money already gone. Okay, well, if that's the truth, like the truth says, well, I say, damn, that is how it is. So watch this. Because it's so hard for people to save money, and they don't have an inheritance that was given to them to where they already have money saved saved already for them, right? It's in this phase of life. This is another part of the truth of decreased responsibility. It's in this phase of life where the need, listen to me good. It's in this phase of life where the need for a lot of life insurance is high. You say, why is the need for a lot of life insurance high today, right? In this phase of life, because it's in this phase of life that if the people that's depending on you lose you, if your small kids lose you, if your brand new spouse, y'all just got married, honeymooning and shit, if the spouse lose you right now, they still got a mortgage, right? You got a mortgage you just bought, right? You still got young kids, man. You paying diapers, and you doing diapers and childcare and nursery and milk and wipes and all that kind of stuff. You still in the tuition phase buying uniforms. It's in this phase of life, we call it today, right? Where the need for a lot of life insurance is high. Why? Because if your family loses you now, right, this is when it's going to hit them the hardest. This is when it's going to be the most financially devastating for the family right now. Because let's just be honest, right? Man, for some of y'all got kids under 10. Let's say you got kids under 10. I'm going to go deep with you. Let's say y'all got kids under 15. I'm going to say you got kids under 15. Let's be real for a second. We ain't in no third world country. Man, kids can't work for themselves under 15. And I'm saying 15 just for the, it's probably a little older than that, but I'm saying 15. Man, kids can't work for themselves, right? Something happened to you, your 6-year-old can't go get a job. You heard what I said? T, if something happened to you, your 6-year-old can't go get a job. Your 8-year-old can't go get a job. Your 4-year-old can't start a business. Your 9-year-old can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't go get incorporated, right? They don't know the people to talk to. Right? So what I'm saying is, in the early years, why do you need a busload of life insurance? Why you need a busload? Because in this phase of life, right, if your family loses you right now, when they're dependent on your ass to get out there and go to work, they going to school. You with me? They going to school. They're going to get educated. You're supposed to go get income. So it's in that phase of life that if they lose you right there, the loving mom, the loving dad, that's when it's going to hit them the hardest. That's when they're going to be the most negatively impacted from the money that ain't coming in no more. I say, damn, that's some truth. That ain't that ain't no theory. That's real-ish, right? I should call it the real-ish of decreasing responsibility. Does that make sense? I say, man, that makes sense. But that's how it is today. I don't have a lot of money saved today, but I got a lot of shit pulling on me. If all the people and things that's pulling on me lose me, it's going to hit them hard if I don't have not just any old type of life insurance. If I ain't got a big type, y'all know I go big. I'm beasts. We go big. But that's one half of life. Now, guess what the truth of decreasing responsibility says after that? Truth of decreasing responsibility says this. As time goes on, watch this. As time goes on, watch this. Our needs change, right? Life changes, right? Let's say 30, 35 years from now, guess what? Our responsibilities are going to decrease. What you mean? Our responsibilities are going to decrease. So I say, well, let's take me. I'm 30. I'm 30 great today. I'm 30 great. But let's fast forward me 30 years from now, right? I'll go from 30 great to being 60 great. Y'all catch, they say 60. Yeah, I'm 30 great. I ain't 30, I'm 30 great. You feel me? So I'll go from 30 great to 60 great, right? So you say, okay, what do you mean? This is what the truth of decreased responsibility says. What it's telling me is that even though my responsibilities are high today, right? 30 to 35 years from now, my responsibilities are going to decrease. For example, let's take the people that's dependent on me financially. My newest children, right? They're going to be born in a couple months, my twins. They're going to be infants 30 years from now. They still in the womb. 30 years from now, my children, my twins that's in the womb are going to be 30-year-olds. Let this sink in. My twins that's in the womb, is going to be 30 years old. Right? And when I think about this, the question you got to ask yourself, damn, when my youngest child, 30 years from now, right? What age are they going to be? If you got a 5-year-old, fast forward 30 years. Okay, now they 35. Question, are they going to be living with you? Chances are they won't. Will they probably have a family of their own? Probably so. Will they be running their business, or will they be working their careers, making their own money at 35? Probably so. So 30 years from now, part of my financial responsibility decreases because the people that was depending on me when they was 5 years old is 35 now, right? They running their own show. They don't, listen to me very good. They don't need daddy's money. They don't need daddy money like that. See, so my financial dependency changed, right? It decreased. Think about a mortgage. You say, damn, when 30 years ago, I bought a brand new spanking house, man. The mortgage was, whatever y'all paying mortgages, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatever mortgages is, right? Let's just say, I'm just throwing a number. Let's say it's $2-3 grand a month. Some of y'all paying $3-4 grand a month, whatever it is. Some of y'all paying less than that, but the money's not the point. The point is, and people not even doing this no more, but a traditional mortgage note is 30 years. Right? If you did everything right, if you did everything right, didn't refinance, today I just bought the mortgage. Okay, yeah, so if you don't make the payments now, man, they come back, take the house. But 30 years from now, even if you had a traditional mortgage, which is 30 years, but a lot of times now, people doing 15-year notes, right? They're doing 15-year notes, 20-year notes, right? So it ain't even the long 30 no more. But let's go back to the traditional side. Man, if you got a traditional mortgage and you paid your mortgage without refinancing, you should be done paying the house 30 years from now. You'll own the home. Well, you won't own the home because you still got to pay taxes, but you get what I'm saying? You can feel like a homeowner. You can feel accomplished. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Right, but you still got to pay property taxes. That's another subject. You get what I'm saying? But that debt's gone. That payment's gone, right? Kids are out of school. Ain't no more tuition costs 30 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So, you look at a lot of your consumer debt, man. Hopefully, all your cars are paid off. Does that make sense for the average person? Your cars are paid off, right? Most car notes are 6-7 years, right? The longest term would be like 6-7 years. But think about 30, right? And unless you just keep buying new cars. But for the average person, man, listen, 30 years from now, you ain't got no car notes. So I'm saying that to say, I'm stressing the point. that when you look at as time goes on, let's say 30 years from now, my financial responsibilities are going to decrease, meaning the dependency of my income to take care of those responsibilities 30 years ago is not there no more, right? So you say, well, what does that mean? That because my responsibilities change, guess what? The need, listen to me very good, the need for a lot of life insurance coverage goes down. You say, why does the need for a lot of life insurance coverage go down? Well, I just told you, because my financial responsibilities went down. The people that was dependent on me at a high level 30 years ago are all grown now. The things that were sucking the life out of my income are paid off now. And so now I have more room to do other stuff because those things ain't pulling on my income no more. They're not dependent so heavy on me 30 years at 68 as there was at 38, right? So the need for a lot of life insurance coverage goes down. You say, well, but at the same time, that's some real shit. You say, what happens? What becomes the major thing? Today, major thing, man, you better get properly protected. A lot of people depending on your income. You got to protect your income before you do all that other cool stuff that you think you're doing. But later on in life, what becomes the number one concern? See, later on in life, the number one concern becomes retirement income, right? I need cash flow, right? 60, 70 years old, man, guess what? Man, you on that time ticker, man. Man, any day could be your day. But while you trying to enjoy your golden years, man, the number one concern when we hit our 60s and 70s is income. You say, Twine, why? Somebody said, well, Twine, why is retirement income, or why is big cash flow the number one concern when we hit our high 50s, 60s, 70s? Past that have gone with it. But I'm going to give y'all something, right? So here's why cash flow is number one concern in your old age. Insurance is the number one concern in your young age. Here's why. Not to say cash flow don't matter, but feel me. Here's why. And it's because every human being, I want you to listen to me clearly. And you can tell me if you think I'm bullshit, or you can tell me if you think I'm off, but I promise you won't. But here's the reality why cash flow is the number one concern. Retirement income is the number one concern when we hit our high 50s, 60s, and 70s. And it's because every human being, listen to me good, every human being will get to the point where they physically cannot work for a dollar no more. Right? Listen to me. Every human being will get to the point where they physically cannot work for a dollar no more. It's called the cycle of life. We all will get old. I don't care how good I don't care how healthy y'all. I don't care how healthy y'all. Like I said, I don't care if you drink air and you eat grass. I don't care what you do, whatever health plan you want. I don't care. Right? I don't care. I don't care if you sniff candles all damn day, right? For whatever shit you do. I don't care, right? I don't care if you fry apples. I don't care. Whatever the shit you do, right? To be healthy, I don't care. Every human being will get old, right? It's a cycle of life. And my point is, you say, watch this. You say, well, what's going to happen to you then? And this is even for my self-employed people. What's going to happen to you then, dog? When your body can't get up no more. I used to have friends as truck drivers, right? And they say, man, I'm doing my thing. I'm traveling here. I'm traveling. I said, what's up, dog? I said, that's cool. But I was asking, man, how long you think your body going to take that road? That shit sound good when you're young. All that shit good. I'm going all day, all night. That shit cool when you're young. But as your ass get older, your body cannot take that same gruel no more. So what I'm saying is, if you do not prioritize saving and investing money today, there will be no money to eat off. Right? If we don't prioritize saving and investing money today. So I said, damn, that is how life gonna be. Think about a lot of your parents and grandparents. A lot of your parents and grandparents don't want to work in their high 50s, 60s, and 70s. But a lot of them have to work. You say, why do they have to work? Because 30 years ago, right, when they was in their 20s and 50s, either one or two things. Either they didn't get taught, right, on how to properly save and invest money, that is a large percent of it, or they got taught, didn't give a damn. You got to ask your parents and grandparents what it was for them. Why you ain't got buku money right now? Why you ain't got buku money right now? Either one or two issues. Either nobody didn't teach you how to properly save and invest money 30 years ago, Or they did teach you how to properly save and invest money, or they did give you an opportunity to build a business and you said you didn't give a damn. So why you ain't got no money right now, high 50s, 60s, 70s, hoping Social Security gonna take care of you? Why? Right? You gotta have that conversation, see? My point is, I'm telling you the truth about decreased responsibility. So you say, Twine, why are you team term? Because when I look at that truth of how decreased responsibility works, it tells me that based on how life works, what it shows me is that when I look at the need for life insurance, it tells me that I really only need, listen to me very good, I really only need it for the period of time where people aren't dependent on me the most. But guess what it also teaches me? After that time passes, technically, I don't need a busload of life insurance. Now watch this. Even though I don't need it, is it still smart for me to have at a high level? Yeah, it's smart for me to have. Why? Because see, if you truly understand how rich people do this thing, and if you understood that the death benefit of a life insurance policy is tax-free money. I'm going to say that again. If you truly understand that the death benefit of a life insurance policy is tax-free money, and you actually understand that no matter what, we are all going to go someday, then even though after that initial 35-year period of time passes, yeah, I don't need it no more because people are not depending on me no more. But guess what? It's probably still wise enough for me to have at a high level because now I'm transitioning from the insurance phase of life to the inheritance phase of life. I'm transitioning from the insurance phase of life to the inheritance phase of life. And so now, when I look at my death benefit, I don't necessarily look at it as a need situation. Now, I'm looking at this shit as a big ass check that's going to go to my family, not if I go, but when I go, and they don't have to pay taxes on it, and they don't have to have nobody bullshit them and say, you got to borrow the money. You got to borrow the money from yourself and those old crazy stuff so that you can avoid tax. Nah, just get the big death benefit and you win. All right. So what I learned was one of the things, and this one things, you know, we specialize in our business, right? One of the things we specialize in is two part, right? First part is today, guess what you got to do today, right? Today, you got to make sure everybody's got a whole bunch of life insurance, right? Because why? A lot of people are in the income growing phase. You're in the asset building phase, right? You're building it. You still got a lot of debt. You still got a lot of shit to take care of. So it's in this phase, you got to go get your big life insurance now so that if anything goes wrong, if anything happens unexpected, we still got that big check to still fulfill the dream. At the same time, it has to be the same day. Listen to me very good. At the same time, it don't necessarily have to be the same day, but in the same season. I'm going to say that again. At the same time, you get the big life insurance policy, right? Don't have to be the same day, but it's got to be the same season. You also want to start a saving and investment program, right? Why? So that way, over a 35-year period of time, I'm a big fan of starting a business. Right? But you just got to invest in something, right? It could be stocks, it could be bonds, it could be mutual funds, whatever the case may be. I like investing in business. My thing is, you know, I got taught a philosophy, buy term, invest the difference. I think it's the greatest thing in the world, right? But as things mature, guess what? It just buy term and invest. Like it doesn't say, the rule don't say buy term and invest the difference in. It just says buy term and invest, right? Invest the difference or invest. Buy term and invest. Buy term and invest. Invest in what? Invest in your damn self. Invest in the brand. Invest in building a business because you can accumulate more money, right? That fulfills whatever financial goal or dream desire you have through building a business. I think you should do both, right? But I'm saying you just got to invest. So that way, over that 35-year period of time, guess what happens? Now you got options. See what you mean? I got options. See, when that 35-year period of time comes, and it comes time not for your policy to end, but for your policy to renew, guess what happens? Right? Now your family got options. You can look at your situation. At 38, at 68 and say, damn, right? Let's evaluate everything. Let's look at my children. Let's look at, you know, who's doing what. Let's look at my financial responsibilities, right? And after you assess all your financial responsibilities, you say, damn, do I honestly need life insurance at this point? Do I honestly need it? Right? A lot of people don't. I mean, outside of having a small debt benefit for the funeral, I'm talking about from a responsibility perspective. A lot of people don't need it. Well, at that point, guess what? You can say, you know what? Man, I did what I was supposed to do. My kids are good. Everybody's straight. Something happened to me. Man, my kids going to get everything that's in my, you know, investment portfolio. They're going to get all my assets. They're going to get my house. They're going to get my car. They're going to get whatever. Guess what? I'm self-insured, right? I no longer need to pay a life insurance company premium from that point on. I'm self-insured. If anything happens to me, they get all my assets in my cash, right? That's one option. The second option is what I told you a little while ago. You can still say, you know what, even though my family don't need it, I'm still going to choose to keep it because I understand that I'm transitioning from the insurance phase of life to the inheritance phase of life. And now I understand this is probably going to be the biggest lump sum check of money that my family is going to receive with no tax implications or no tax ramifications. And we're going to keep that check. Does that make sense? That's just the basic understanding, right? So why you team term? Because of the truth of decreasing responsibility.